Okay, so this is just a quick recording that I'm doing in relation to something that I sort of noticed in certain Bible translations. And the thing about it is that these modern translations, they were based on the older ones which were done before, which originated essentially from the Roman Catholic Church. And the thing about it is, it's obvious with the Romans that, they didn't really like their slaves, and you have to kind of wonder why were there so much against the early Christians as well. And when we see how sort of people with dark skin end up sort of at the bottom of the pile, even nowadays, then you have to wonder why that is. And so what I'm just going to be going into just in this video is just showing you how the translations have been influenced by the sort of people, with power who obviously don't like certain kinds of people. So first I'm just going to go to, so if you go to Bible Hub, and you'll see it's got, this is a Song of Solomon, and in 1 and 5 you have the woman saying, so you see the translation, it's the usual translation is, dark am I yet lovely. So notice that it's got the word yet there. And then it says, I am dark but beautiful. So there's always a but there, but, yet, but. So even King James has but, which shows how a lot of what's in King James just follows what was in the older translations, especially the Vulgate, the Latin Vulgate. So notice New King James still says but notice here's the first interesting one. Notice what it says. New American Standard Bible says, I am black and beautiful. So a bit different, isn't it? That says but. This one says and. Then as we go down, notice that we're back to the but again. But. So it's but. Dark, quite intensive, yet lovely. Yeah, see the yet is there. So the yet. And so what people don't realize is that yet, there's a meaning for it. Sees but here, even the Aramaic Bible in plain English says, I am black and beautiful. So the and is there again. So you notice how the majority are trying to say that if you've got dark skin, you can't say that you're lovely. You have to put the but there. So what it's saying is that if you've got dark skin, you're not lovely, but she, obviously they're trying to make out like she's trying to say, but she is anyway, even though her skin is dark. But there's a few translations who understand how the Hebrew is laid out, and they know to put and instead. So as you see, it says and, yeah. So some contemporary English says and as well. So but, okay, God's Word translation has and as well. But, so most of them will be the racist ones, which you'd expect, because obviously most of the posh people, they don't like people with dark skin. So, and this International Standard Version says, I am dark and lovely. So there you go. So you can tell there's something going on, obviously, from looking at these translations. And notice, interesting, this is a literal Standard Version. So this is trying to do a literal translation. And what does the literal one say? It says, I dark and lovely. So notice the literal one has and. Very interesting. So majority yet. So New American Bible says, I am black and beautiful. So that one, even though they're Americans, well, not all Americans are racist. So you're going to have some nice Americans as well. So we're back to the but again. New Revised Standard Version, that says and as well. Very good. So New Heart, well, it says but there, so it's not New Heart after all. Then Webster's is back to but, and Young's literal. So remember, a literal translation says, dark am I and comely. So of course the literal ones have to say and, because they're telling the truth. So now let's find out. So maybe you could say the majority are telling the truth, and these few ones who are being nice to people with dark skin, they're the liars. So let's see what is the case. So we're looking for HEB, isn't it? So Hebrew. So let's find out. Okay, so the word is but lovely. So that shows you that Bible Hub, they're racist as well, because they put the but lovely in. So let's see what this 101 means. Let's see if it means but lovely. It means, yeah, we don't need the translation. Just tell us what the word means. Well, for some reason, they don't want you to know what the word means. So let's see if we can do it the hard way, since they want to be difficult. You know, they're being silly. They're trying to know. They're saying but lovely. Let's see if they can work what this is. Okay, so Google Translate can't handle it. I think it's because the font is messed up. It says Hebrew, but obviously you can't read it. So let's try and see if DuckDuckGo is any good. Well, there you go. So Bible Hub. So the word is comely, seemly. I don't see any but there. All I want to know is what the word means, but you see how hard it is for them to. It's like they know that they have to avoid it. But anyway, the point is that this but is obviously not there. That's just a lie. And then I think it's the same thing for, there's another, yeah, so, not look upon me because dark. Right, so now, so if you go to, actually, what I want to do now, because the thing is the Hebrew, it's a bit difficult. So let's go to, what I've done is I've looked it also up in the original Septuagint. So easiest, because the Greek is obviously easier to translate. So let's see what the translator thinks about this. Look at that. So good old Google, since well, obviously Google would say they're not racist, and in this case, they certainly aren't. So what does it say? It says, I am black and good, daughters. Jerusalem, like tents, Kedar, like the skins of Solomon. See? Black and good. There you go. So, and you can see the kai there in the Greek. So the and is supposed to be there. It's not supposed to say but. Because you'd have to change this kai for something else. So essentially, the Septuagint just confirms what it's supposed to say. And this just shows you that these are the sort of translations. So what that shows you is that any of these translations which say yet or but, those are the ones who are happy with keeping the racism. But any of the ones which say and, like how it says in the Greek with this little kai here, so that kai, K-A-I, is and. So any of these ones which says and, that's the correct one, because that's what it's supposed to say. But all these other ones, you know, obviously it's produced by Europeans, most of them, most likely. And so they don't care about putting but in there. They know that it's a scam and that it's racist, but they just left it in anyway. And it's only the few who actually put the and in because they know that's actually what it says. And so what this is really just to show you is that you have to be careful, you know, what you read in some of these translations, and don't be too quick to think that whatever they're translating for you is, you know, is something that you should then allow it to prejudice the way that you think, because this is the problem here, is the way that the prejudice was involved in how they translated this. So, in how the original Vulgate produced it. So, of course, the ones who just ignored the Vulgate and went with the original language, they will put the and in. But the ones who went with the Roman Vulgate and what the Catholics did, because as you know, and actually I'm just going to quickly show you, to show you what I mean about the Catholics not liking dark skin. So if I go to, I'm just going to go to this site. So I'm going to show you something about how Catholics don't like dark skin. So let's see. So let's go to this channel. So this is a Catholic site channel. Now what I'm going to show you, so look at this. So light skin. I'm going to scroll down, and all you're going to see, let's go to videos. So now we're going to scroll down, all you're going to see is pink, 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 pink all the way. So you notice, you can see this guy being a Catholic. Notice, as far as he's concerned, the people in the Bible, you know what skin he wants them to have. And that's the thing. So these Catholics are well into their sort of pink skin for everyone in the Bible. That's essentially what they want. So it's hardly a surprise when you look at all of this that they want this to be but. So that's what a Catholic would want, is but. But the original, before the Catholics came along, was and. And that's the thing you have to realize, is that before the Catholics came along, having dark skin was nice. But once the Catholics got the power, then suddenly, if you got dark skin, it's not so nice after all. And so this is just one of the few things you have to watch out for when you look at these different Bible translations, and also when you're dealing with the writings of the Catholics as well, because there's other dodgy things they've done, like changing a stake into the cross just so they can have people wearing crosses all over the place. And these are things that people should really be investigating to realize how fake the Catholic Church is, and how much fake stuff they've pushed into their version and into the Sunday worshippers' version of the Christian faith as well.